And we're back with some more oxygen not included on Badlands. Max difficulty. Well, we left on care packages, so not really max difficulty. Some people are very much pro just to use the packages and be done with it. I'm like, yeah, you know what? You're probably right. This is I shouldn't be killing myself here at this point. We're past most of the grindy bits. We've got our oxygen supply up. I'm going to delete these canisters. They're probably going to cause all my dupes to get popped eardrums because we've just released, well, a crap ton of gas pressure into a very small area. But you know what? Who cares? At the same time, I'm just going to do a little bit of rejigging down here to make everything more organized. For example, the gas piping here that I was going to use down to cool down this area, I managed to pipe it through some insulated tiles because it seems that's just the person I am. Anyway, there's a few questions about this. Why am I leaving it in carbon dioxide? I should put some hydrogen down here, a few things like that. These anti-entropy nullifiers are unique. They're completely different to Wheezeworts. Wheezeworts, the amount of cooling they produce is dependent directly on the gas that you have them in. So if you have them in hydrogen, they produce a lot of cooling because hydrogen has a lot of cooling potential. As in, it drops the temperature of whatever gas goes to it by about 5C, I believe. So the higher the potential specific heat capacity of the gas, the better. But the anti-entropy nullifier, it doesn't care. It just reduces everything around it by a flat amount of DTUs. So if you surround it by chlorine, let's say, it will just immediately dump a bunch of chill into it. The chlorine usually liquefies almost instantly. Carbon dioxide also has a tendency to liquefy quite a bit. But eventually it'll all have liquefied and we'll just be left with oxygen. So I'm not too worried. That's one of the joys of these anti-entropy nullifiers. All right, oh, big lump of... I maybe should have been more careful with that hydrogen. You know what? Who cares? It's fine. Now it's time to route all of this oxygen through our base. We want this oxygen to be sort of spread out. We're still also going to need to go through our Atmo ducts. Atmo ducts will, of course... well, in my preference, I'll be putting them on the... I'd normally put them on the right-hand side. But unfortunately... yeah, the printing pod has put us all the way to the right-hand side of the map already, so the Atmos ducts kind of need to go over here where my oxygen setup is. Okay, this will be slightly different, but we can work with this. All right, so the plan. What I want to do is I'm just going to try and sort of squeeze my base in here. This will be the outer edge wall of the base along this side. We'll have to move some things, of course, but this should be entirely self-sustained, so we shouldn't have to worry about that anymore, which means I can rip out some of these power supplies. I think this power supply here is... yeah, this just powers that whole thing over there. So we can usually get rid of all of this power supply equipment. Might have to move the desalander, but yeah, we can make it work. Atmosuit dock here. Everyone will have to come in this direction to go out. Yeah. Calorie-wise, we're still a little touch and go. If we check out the ranches down here, we actually have lots and lots of stone hatches. 8, 8, 8, and 6 of 8, and 8 of 8. So that's 4 full ranches and a third one that's almost full, and one of them that's only got 2 in it so far. But we're adding in more into that. I think the reason this food isn't going up as fast as it should be is it takes a long time for these things to spin up. I mean, we're putting out about an egg a cycle, but those hatches, once they get in there, it takes them 5 cycles before they get old enough to start increasing the reproduction. And even then, it takes them another 6 cycles before they lay their first egg. So that's 11 cycles before they lay their first egg. And then it's another 20 cycles before that egg hatches and it turns into meat. So... yeah, that's why it was taking so long to ramp up. But just once I thought about it logically, yeah, that's why we were so slow getting the food. But enough of that. Oh, and one other thing. Yeah, there was some food down here I tucked into. There was some sleet wheat that was lying around. I went down and got it because there was polluted oxygen down here that was going to make it stale if I didn't. So we got a little bit of a tide over from there. And there's another 18 sleet wheat grains we can go down and grab in there. But not yet. I think we're good for a while. We've actually got enough calories to tide us over. And it's time to put in those exosuit ducts. I'm thinking right along here. This will be our exosuit duct racks, and when it comes to putting in the oxygen, I have played around with so many different methods of doing this, but the simplest, most efficient, and fastest one I can come up with is always dump the oxygen in from the front. What will happen is when duplicants come through here, they will always take the suit that's closest to the front that has oxygen in it, which results in, well, they'll come in, they'll grab the suit, they'll go out the door, and just say 6 dupes go out. The first one back will dump their suit into the Atmosuit dock, and then the next person out will immediately grab that one again. This has a tendency to drain all the oxygen out of the first 2 or 3 suits, and then all the rest of them will be completely topped up with no bothers, because it just of the way you schedule things and the way they work out. What have we got? Yeah, we don't care about any of these, do we? You know what? Let's just reject them all. There's no need. We could crack the eggs, but I'm not even bothered building an egg cracker at this point. We have enough calories-ish flowing in. Though, yes, I would like to get off bristleberries soon. We're definitely chewing through my water supply at an uncomfortable rate. Anyway, yeah, oxygen. Yeah, just dump it in from the front. It's the fastest thing I found. So we're going to have... oh, yes. All of the oxygen is piping in here, and what I like to do is pump them off the overflow. So if the oxygen can't get to where it's going, it overflows into my base. And which it looks like it needs to have an overflow going on right there. That should be overflowing into that. Some of these should also have overflows on them. And once these are all in place, we can start getting rid of all those rusty oxidizers. We won't need them anymore. Our base should be completely running on this electrolyzer. Oh! 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 I don't have an overflow for the hydrogen. I need a hydrogen overflow or this is going to back up. This gets me... Oh, the amount of people this gets. Right, let me think. I made some rather quick changes, but not quick enough. The hydrogen's backing up into the system. Oh, there we go. I put in an emergency overflow tank. Oh, I even set this to burn off as much as I could. The reason this becomes a problem is if you let the hydrogen back up in the system, it has a tendency to get sucked up by the gas pumps, and then you get hydrogen coming out your gas pumps, out of your oxygen lines, and vice versa. It can get all sorts of messy. So you want to avoid that. That's why this I'm putting in this big, long overflow pipe along here. Oh, and I also reinstalled the Pliers mod because it saves you so much hassle. You can just, quickly stick things together and cut them apart as needs be. What we're going to do with this, though, is we're going to grab all of this. Oh, damn it, I'm going to have to cut down that plant, aren't I? Well, yeah, it's stifled anyway. I think we're going to stick in a little hydrogen burning off facility in here. This is what the overflow system will look like. I'm going to back up about 6 tanks of hydrogen. It's always useful. I mean, we'll find some use for the hydrogen. I think we might get into Dreckos. You know what? Let's not bother with any of these. I mean, I could get the... You know what? We'll get the pufflets. I mean, why not? It's free meat, and I'd like to have some pufflets flying around the place. We'll find a use for them somewhere. We're still, unfortunately, on a lot of gristleberry, but I think the barbecue is coming online. If we check on the critter egg selection, we've got 60 of them. Yeah, we've got over 60 hatches in that pool there waiting to hatch out and turn into food for us. This is going quite well. Oh, and we can move this desalinator. I don't want the desalinator over there. I'm going to move the desalinator to this side, so we'll just plug that in like that. Thank God for the pliers tool. That just makes that so much less painful. There we go. Then we can get rid of this. Though, oh, one sec. Yeah, that was pretty simple. I just connected those two together, and now, yeah, I think we're good. We can deconstruct that. Power-wise, how are we looking? Yeah, there we go. Then I can get rid of all of these. This, we don't need those anymore, and we don't need those anymore. Both of those are just providing power to, well, this. And for the time being, it's running off hydrogen, and we have plenty of excess hydrogen, so who cares? I've also dumped a bunch of the hydrogen into this anti-engine nullifier, and... Whoa, what's going on? Okay, there may be a... We're producing far more heat than the anti-engine nullifier can keep up with right now, namely due to the just sheer quantity of oxygen we're pumping through. Right now we're pressurizing, well, a lot of the map. We're pressurizing everywhere, plus I haven't even turned on these Atmos docks. It's going to get far more interesting when that kicks in too. Why is hydrogen coming up that way? Oh, yeah, both sections are done. And now we can empty out that tank and move it along to our proper storage area. One of the things I've got to be aware of, though, is I'm dealing with 70C. Whoa, why is that? Oh, it's backing up into the system. Stop, someone, emergency, delete that. Oh, there we go. This hydrogen coming out of here is going to be at about 70C, so that's why there's all these insulated pipes, and that is not insulated. That's why we're using insulated pipes and sending it all the way over here. Now, if I recall, these things only exchange heat with the tile just to the right of center. So if we say get igneous rock tile and put it just to the right of center on all of these, that should... Wait, is it this one or this one? You know what? Let's just be safe and hit multiple areas. There we go. That should mean that all of those gas tanks should not exchange that much heat, even if they're holding 75C. And what the... Where did you come from? How did you... What? Right, that guy can't be there. He's going to mess up the ranch. I have an idea. So if we just dig that out... Oh, no. There we go. Yeah, fall down. Boom. Problem solved. Now they're down in my recreation room. All right, that's fine. That'll work. Now that we've got the tanks in, let's just put in a quick hydrogen generator burn-off station. While that's going on, I've had to send Vicky over to the hospital. I think she got a bit injured. My guess would be that it's to do with this pincher row egg down here, which, let's see how long it's been... Yeah, I'm thinking she went in to pick up that pincher row egg and the poke shells got a bit happy with their claws. Well, she'll be rested up and back to work in no time. Oh, they're burning off all that hydrogen, aren't they? Come on, finish the automation wires. Finish the automation wires. All right, whole system finished, and with the new automation overlays, the new automations, this should be a lot simpler than before. We don't have to do anything fancy with pipe overflows. All that happens here is the gas should back up in these all the way from this one down here all the way up to the top left. Once it's backed up to the top left, I just realized the new gas canisters don't grey out when you switch into gas overview mode. That's a nice quality of life touch. Anyway, the gas canister will first, until this one fills up. Once it hits 100%, it will send out a red signal. We will flip that with a NOT gate, and that should turn it into a green signal. And we'll start burning off hydrogen. Once the canister drops down to 90% full, it should then send out a green signal, which the NOT gate will flip to a red signal and stop burning it off. That means we should never back up on the hydrogen front. Well, that's how my brain works it out, though I could be doing it wrong. We'll find out when we get there, I suppose. Next up, though, we got to start filling up these Atmos suit docks. Would probably help if I built an exosuit forge, so I could build the Atmos suits to put in the Atmos suit docks. This should only take a moment. Yeah, I think we're going to go with iron. Iron is pretty common on this map. We have 12 units of reed fiber already, which means we can do 6. But we're still going to need 8, so we'll queue up 8 for now. We'll get around to the rest of those later. Gateway, what do we got today? Shovel legs. Oh, yeah, you can't turn those down. They are... Yeah. So much free meat. I need to make a place to put those now before I forget about it and before they become a problem. The plan, very, very, very simple, because I like them simple. I'm just going to create a box. This box will be obsidian. We'll have a door at the top here and an automatic dispenser. So automatic dispenser will be set to drop off all shovel legs. Shovel legs will just get dropped in here. None of my dupes will be able to get in there, so that's good. And then... yeah, all the meat will get shipped out by this auto sweeper. I'll probably ship out the eggshells while I'm at it as well. Oh, buggery, I just realized I'm going to have to maybe deconstruct a few of those tiles and let the rest of that junk out of there before I'm finished. Done. Now, shovel legs will go in there. That means shovel legs will drop down, be sitting right there. No one can access them. And then once that tile is built, what we can do is stop people from going in. No one is allowed in, and we'll have the meat whisked out by the auto sweeper and sent along some shipping rails over to our kitchen. Or is it? Yeah, I've already started running this rail. I've even done this. Oh, agree. I'm trying to think how I'm going to drop it in there without overwriting a bunch of stuff. There we go. All the meat will come across here and then confusingly hop this direction before being dropped down in there. That should mean all the meat will end up in right beside our grill, which is exactly where we want it. At the same time, since we have run that, we might as well automate the removal of meat from here as well, because, you know, I mean, it's just right there. We've already got the shipping rails done. And done. Meat will get loaded in there. That will get thrown across the conveyor rail. Let's see. What's the priority on this? You know what? Let's wait until some meat appears so that we can have a good gander at this. All right. We've got a stone hatch egg here that's currently evolving. I don't know how long it takes them to evolve. We'll find out, I suppose. I've never really had the patience to stay and watch it. And... no, did someone pick it up? Ah, there we go. Meat goes right onto the rail. All the way across. And now we have completely automated all of the barbecuing. Go on, go on. Yep. Barbecue goes down there, gets dumped into the grill when needs be, and now we are... what are you cooking? Cooking bristleberry. Okay, well, we've still got some bristleberry going on. Now they're cooking barbecue. Cook doesn't have to do anything but stand there and just cook. Cuisine of 12. Yeah, they've fixed the cuisine thing, so now you can actually do the cooking correctly. It used to be that cooking was bugged and it used the mechanical skill instead, and oh my god, we've got another blueprint. How do these things happen so quickly? I think we're about ready to take on another dupe, but we don't want any mouth breathers. I just don't like them. Maybe if that's something amazingly good, but unlikely. Fried mushrooms, yeah, I suppose that will help us on the calorie front, though. I think we finally got to the point where our hatches are going to keep up. How many have we got? We were on 70 last I checked. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. We went from 60 to 80? Yeah, we've got over 80 of them now. Nice. All right. Well, this is not good. The game seems to have frozen, and it's giving me a auction not included.exe is not responding. That's not a good sign, and we're running short of time. Well, the game seems to have... well, it crashed out, and I think I've gone back in time a bit. This stuff... yeah, we got a whole new bunch of new dupes to select from. So I think, yeah, we definitely lost a bunch of time. I'm almost tempted by Nicola here, but I have no need for farmers anymore. We're cutting out the farming shortly. You know what? Let's print out a shine nymph. We'll have one of those flying around the place, though. Oh no, that will affect my dupes trying to get some sleep in. It's fine. It'll bug a few of them for a while, and then it will probably get beaten up by a poke shell once the poke shells start getting lay another egg. This over here is, yeah, these are starting to fill up. Oh, perfect. Once that's done, we can start going and doing some severe demolition. But in the meantime, I want to get all of these resources and start dumping them down for our hatches. I want to just stockpile a absolute crap ton of rocks for all of them, just to have them all ready for the long term. There we go. That should get us several tons of material. It shouldn't be too hard. All we'll do is we will copy those settings to there. Oh, wait, no. These ones will have to be 2. And done. Now, don't get me wrong, I like the new sweepy bot. There's things I'm sure I can figure out to do with it. We're going to do some, we're going to try using it in the dining hall. That was one suggestion I got in the comments I thought was really great. Use it to sweep up the excess stuff that ends up on the floor. But for moving vast quantities of material, this definitely works an awful lot faster. That is so much food for all of our hatches. And it requires very little effort from us, bar putting in all of this, well, we do have to put in the auto sweepers and stuff, but speed-wise and efficiency-wise, far better than picking it up with hands. Ooh, I saw a bit of a circuit overload as well. Yeah, we're starting to get to that stage. And pips, oh hell yes. Pips will be useful for doing planting later. Yeah, we're going to take the pip eggs. Now I just got to remember to lock them up before they escape and start planting seeds everywhere. Actually, we could turn this whole area into a farm now that I think about it. These are all natural tiles up here. Could make a massive farm. Nope. Later. For the time being, we are just going to make sure that all of our hatches are going to be fed for the long-term foreseeable future. We're starting to eventually stockpile barbecue. I think we'll take out another 6 of these bristle blossoms. 7. Yeah. We'll take out another 7 bristle blossoms there. There's no point wasting the water. I'm slowly siphoning them out as we our calories become more and more dependent on barbecue. An entirely clean row. And I even cut off a little hole at the end so that we could, so everything could drop down here, and we should be able to get everything. So let's just copy those across there. And there goes the next row. Done. You know, I might just do another row of this just to make sure we are completely covered. I'm having them pick up everything as well. This is the fastest I've ever cleaned out a map in my life. You know what? Maybe we do have enough resources. I think I'll just leave it at 3 levels. That's 3 levels worth of resources that are going to sit there and really tide us over. Let's see just how much we've managed to squeeze in there, shall we? Okay, there's a whole mess of random stuff in there, but I think we're covered. I can't even see any of the edible rocks. Oh my god. Igneous rock, 24 tons, 24 tons, 24 tons, 24 tons, 24 tons, 25 tons, 24 tons, 24, 24, 24, 24, 23, 24, 24. Yeah, we got lots. We have plenty of food. I think we will be good on the hatch front for a while. Not really interested in any of those dupes, but we'll take the Shine Nymph. I think we're about ready to take on more dupes. Oh, we're definitely ready to take on more dupes. 23,000 calories worth of barbecue. Yeah, I think it's time we dug up the last of these. If it gets desperate, I can always replace them. And yeah, we'll dig up these ones here as well. No need to be keeping those around. That should... Yeah, we still got a decent supply of water left after all of that. Okay. With all of that done, I've been thinking... I think I want to try this map a little bit differently than I would normally play a map. Normally right now, I would just go finish off this exosuit docks, go straight down and just crank right into oil and get oil power going on. But I'm thinking I'll give Drecos a shot. People have always said give Drecos a try, and I know they're not as efficient, but... Oh, one moment. That's a mess hole. That's not a great hole anymore. God damn it. Yeah, I need to get a better plant in there. In a minute. But yeah, I'm thinking the theme is we get our plastic by ranching plastic Drecos, or glossy Drecos, and we use the glossy Drecos to get our plastic instead of using oil. And for power, I'm thinking geothermal. We have 2 volcanoes over here we can tap into to make power. And I happen to know a decent way to turn all of that magma into nice juicy power. I think I'm pretty sure I've done a tutorial on that. I'll have to go back and check it though, because I've probably forgotten half of it. We also have another volcano over here we can tap into, and another. That's 4 volcanoes. And I'm pretty sure there's a 5th. Yes, there's a 5th volcano down here. And we haven't even found out what's in that space. There might even be another one. Yeah, I think we'll go with geothermal power. And, oh, was that a... That looks like an ice biome. Yeah, we'll go with geothermal power for our power supply needs instead of crude oil, and we'll go with glossy and plastic Drecos for our plastic needs. But we're still going to finish up this exosuit docks. I mean, I mean, there's no point not. Plus, we're going to need to keep a bunch of the Dreckos in hydrogen, which means we're going to need people in exosuits to take care of them properly anyway. Oh, for the time being, I have dropped the pips off over here. They're going to stay over here, and I've dropped off the arbor acorn, just because I think that's probably a good idea. That means they can... this is also fully ranch-sized. If we check it, it's 96 tiles. Yeah. Oh, 99? How did I mess that up? Yep, I did it just a little bit too wide, didn't I? Yeah, I forgot with pips, there's no point putting in this little mesh tile system here. They can just climb right over it. Oops. Oh, well. Next plan. Yes, finish these off. I really should get around to doing this. First up, we have to define the edges of the core base. That's going to be this insulated wall down here. I'll stick in a ladder system outside so they can get up and down. Once they're out of here, we should only be able to access this very limited range for now. But as we seal in more of the base, this will be the go-to place to get to anywhere. And also get back in here so we can clean out that morb. That morb really inconvenienced me by messing with my ladder system, so I'm going to take great pleasure in exterminating it. Or maybe I should keep it for... No, I'm just going to exterminate it. Keeping it would be not pleasant. Perfect. Now we actually have an Atmos suit system set up. Duplicants that go out this left side of the base can only get out in Atmos suits. Now we just got to wall in the rest of the other sides. Though I think we're just going to have a massive base. I think I'll wall this in across the top here, all the way over to there. And I'll wall it in along the bottom, all the way over to there. And then we'll just have this sort of giant core base. I normally wouldn't have a base this big just because you don't need it. But just the way the map has rolled out, I think this might be an idea. Yeah, let's start by... oh, sorry about the zoom there. Well, actually, let's start by having a look at the gateway and see what we've got going on today. Snazzy suit. Yep. Snazzy suit is never a bad choice. Cheaty can grab the snazzy suit. So, yeah. Time to wall in across the top here, I think, and stop our dupes from getting up there. There we go. I have walled in across the top. The only way they're in and out is through these doors, and I have set these doors so that they can't get up anymore. Assuming that works. Oh, and we can get rid of those. Is that good? Yeah, I think we've got them in, and yeah, we've even got idle dupes. It's definitely sorted. What have we got for dupes? Well, I don't want those narcoleptics. They just level too slowly, and gastrophobia is not a problem, but I've only got agriculture and ranching, both of which I don't need. I'd hold out for a +7 rancher. You know what, we'll take the Bam Lily seed. Also, another thing I want to check while we're here. If we check out Tahani here, skills-wise, animal husbandry has still remained at +7. Michael, same thing. Neither of them have gained a single point in ranching, despite having 4 active incubators constantly going. It takes a long time to level them up this way. Nope. Stop everyone from way in there. I've mopped out those areas and cleaned them out so that there's no junk lying around. Alright, we're sealed in, we're ready to go, and we have a plan. First thing we need, though, is... yeah, we need to put together a Dreco ranch. Wow, it's been a while since I've done one of these. Let me think. We'll put them really close outside the door so our duplicants, our ranchers don't have to travel very far. Oh, wait, I have to give people skills first. If people don't have skills, they can't go at exosuits. So, yeah, what's everyone's morale at? Well, it seems, oh, they've got mess halls. They're getting a -3. Well, they're not getting the bonus from the mess hall. I need to put a better plant in there, don't I? There we go. That's an extra +3 morale, which will be quite a nice addition. Everyone else, yeah, no, exosuit training, cheaty. Yep, everyone's getting exosuit training. We want everyone to be able to go outside the door. Oh, definitely our ranchers. They're now going to need to be able to get out there as well. Vicky has been upgraded to Masterwork Painter. Might be time to start investing in a few... statues. Well, actually, no, what? No, I'm not going to claim the base. I want to get the ranch started first, just so that we can start getting the Drecos online, because it's going to take them a long time to become useful. This is one of the reasons they're a bit slow to start with. Judging by my old videos, it's going to be something like this. Honestly, it's been so long since I've done Drecos. I only did them just to try and get an awful lot of reed fiber. I've never tried using them for just plastic. So we're going to go with something... oh, damn it. Yeah, I probably should have drilled those out. I'm going to go with something very simple and very basic, and Jason has managed to trap themselves. Go Florida, man. We'll give you priority 6s to get out of here. Come on, buddy. Seriously, we'll give you a priority 6 up to there. You know what? Yeah, priority 6 up to there. Can you make it? You can do this, buddy. You can do this. There we go. He gets to go home for lunch. And there it is. Gloriously finished. Actually, wait, not gloriously finished. We need to put in a little bit of automation and a few bits and bobs, don't we? That's looking a bit more like it. We've got a critter drop-off. We've got ourselves our grooming station, shearing station. Now I just need to put in an airlock. Reason being, we're going to have to put in some hydrogen here. Well, we don't have to, but I would like to get in some hydrogen and make this a proper, complete one. All right, we're sort of getting started here. We've got a grooming station up and running. We've got the mealwood started, and I've stuck in a gas pump here so we can start extracting the oxygen out. Though, yeah, I underestimated how much gas pressure there is in the surrounding area, and we don't have any plastic just yet. But we've got the mealwood to fill to the Dreckos to turn them into plastic Dreckos, and we've got a critter drop-off, which means time to grab a few of our Dreckos that we've got sitting around and start moving them across. Who is the youngest that we can grab? For some reason, I thought I had more than 3 of these in there. What happened to the rest of them? You know what? Who cares? Who cares? We've got 3. 3 should be enough to have a decent breeding population. What is their percentage chance at the moment? 2% of glossy Dreckos. Yeah, that's fine. They haven't had a chance to eat any mealwood. Ooh, gate. What do we got? Copper ore. Yeah, we're taking the copper ore. I don't want a slow learner. I don't want a loud sleeper, and I don't want anyone with allergies. Yeah. Okay, that should get this started. Now, I need to get the hydrogen down a little bit further. That means I need a plastic high-pressure gas vent, which I can't afford until I've gotten plastic, which I need from the Dreckos. Ugh. You know what? A gas tank. A gas tank sounds like a perfect substitute here. There we go. That should quickly flood the place with hydrogen. Or not? Okay, I messed that up. Maybe let's get a little bit of a gas bridge there to direct flow, shall we? There we go. Gas pressure going in. Now, hopefully I left enough oxygen in here that it's not too bad. We just want to pressurize the oxygen down to the very last level. And that should make sure that the Dreckos spend most of their time in the upper hydrogen half of the map. And then the mealwood, though, should still stay in oxygen all the time. Now, I just designed these to hold 6 because, well, I can only really fit 6 at the bottom and make this conveniently sized. I should probably spend a lot more time working on one of these, but this should start getting us into plastic. I'm going to have to make, well, several more ranches all the way along here to contain the plastic ones. Actually, no. What we'll do is we'll use this one ranch. We'll put in 6 Dreckos, and then all the eggs we'll just dump into one location. It's full of hydrogen, and we'll shear them until they die. Well, die of starvation. They should last quite a long time before they die of that, so we can get lots of shearings out of them. It just allows us to take the small amount of dirt we have on this map, because it is... I mean, we do have 117 tons of dirt, but that's it. This map doesn't come with any additional dirt resources. If we look around here, it's all stone and all of those... There's no extra dirt pockets outside of your starting biome, so what you get when you start is what you're stuck with. Anyway, I think... Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to cut this out there. It's 4:30. I am going to be horribly late getting out this video. Apologies. Just came off a night shift, so a little bit sideways. I'm thinking next up, once we get our plastic going, yeah, we're going to make a geothermal playthrough on this. Well, I don't know if it's geothermal if you're using volcanoes. Geothermal was usually considered if you hit the magma biome at the bottom of the map, but we're going to run on volcanic power and see if we can survive just entirely off that. Well, at least until the really late game anyway. Oh, and I'm also going to go in there. We can... I want to get rid of all that slime lung now, and I'm probably going to crack into that. Well, once we get this sorted, we'll crack open those slime lung infested areas so we can start disposing of those germs. I don't want any complications, especially with my dupe's reduced immune systems. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and good luck.